This is a very funny guy. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the very funny Mr. Clint Key.
Hi, everybody. My name is Clinton Key, and I'm glad to be here. First of all, let me say that I love my dog. He's a good dog. We raised him from a pup, and when we found him, he wasn't very much bigger than any of his brothers and sisters, but we knew he was going to be big. But damn, this dog, he grew up into a monster, man. He freaking weighs about 100 pounds, and he's living the good life. All he does is basically sit around and eat and sleep. He doesn't get excited about much, and he's good with the kids. And the hardest part of this dog's life is turning dog food into dog shit. I'm just glad he does that in somebody else's yard. When my dad comes over for a visit, he looks at him. He says, "That's the sorriest dog I've ever saw." And I said, "Hey, Pops," I said, "you know, this dog's got some good qualities." And he says, "What?" I said, "Hell, if you'll, them hemorrhoids that you're always talking about," I said, "if you'll bend over that chair right there and drop your pants," I said, "that dog will give you some hemorrhoid relief." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I do it all the time, and I don't even have hemorrhoids." Speaking of eating, when I like to eat good food fast, I go to the Waffle House. You can get anything on the menu any time of the day or night. The food's always the same, and the people are always nice. As a matter of fact, I'll be sitting there trying to figure out what I want to eat, and I see it again. It says, "Good food fast." And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder why the Waffle House has never put a car in any kind of racing. And it wouldn't really matter what kind of racing it was, because you couldn't miss it. It'd be painted bright yellow with Waffle House and Good Food Fast in big black letters written all over it. "More coffee, sir?" As a matter of fact, part of the grill would already be missing. But anyway, I got good friends in my life today. I've got friends that'll be honest with me. They'll tell me the truth, even when the truth's not what I need to hear. I got one friend in particular. Every time I see him, he's always telling me how fat I'm getting. And, it sends me into the defensive mode, I always say, "Hey, I'm just overweight. Your mama's fat." Anyway, I'll start, like I say, I go into defensive mode, and then I'll say, I'll have to remind him. I say, I don't drink anymore. I quit smoking a few years ago. I said, and I'm trying to get exercise and lose weight just like the doctor said. And he'll say, "Yeah, man." He'll say, "You're doing real good." He said, "I'm proud of you. But tell me one thing." He said, "Does your dick disappear gradually, or just one night you look down and that motherfucker's gone?" And I said, "Hey, man," I said, "you tell me." I said, "Your wife says that you don't know the difference between a 6 and a 9 when you look down at yours." So, anyway, there's 3 kinds of women in the world to me. There's the kind that I brag about to my friends. There's the kind I don't say anything at all to my friends. And then there's the kind that I don't like to think about, but I can't help it because that's just the way I am. Pussy costs money. And if you want some of it, it's going to cost you something. Now, you can hire the professional, where, cost is dictated by service. It's kind of like filling out the sushi menu at the sushi bar. And, or you can date, where cost is dictated by supply and demand. Or you can make the ultimate sacrifice and get married, where the cost is stretched out over a long period of time, and the fucking you get ain't worth the fucking you take. All right. What's going on with politics today in Washington, D.C.? Now, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not Republican. I'm just an American that believes in right and wrong. And I just don't understand how you can elect somebody, send them to Washington, D.C., who's supposed to have my best interest in their mind, and after a few years, they come home rich. I just don't think my best interest is in their mind anymore. There's something wrong with that. I looked up the word politics, and the definition I got says, the art or science of changing policy. And policy being the rules that we have to live by. It should have said the art or science of giving it to somebody up the ass without them knowing it until it's too late, because that's pretty much what's going on up there. The only other thing I'd like to say about what's going on up in Washington is I hope that before they spend all the money up there, that they send every taxpaying American a copy of Learning to Read and Write in Chinese for Dummies. My name's Clinton Key, and that's my story.
Y'all give it up for Clint Key one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Clint will be delivering